usually what I do. So bring the arm out, up, and over. Okay. I'm not sure how you guys learn how to, drape with sheets. Some people have their clients roll the things. I've learned that in my practice, just for best practices, we learned this, an investment that I would make if I were you guys going into your practices is a table warmer. They make these great vinyl covers now, but the same in the material, it goes right over everything, fits with elastic, so you don't have to worry about having a cloth table warmer. How am I going to clean it? Because guess what? It's under your vinyl. So, and it feels just like a table. Okay. And I use like a sheet like this. This is my favorite fabric of sheet, by the way. Good job. Yes, a good poly cotton blend is great, but that's my personal preference, so use whatever. But I've learned that a flannel twin sheet on top of this is something that's affordable, it's easy to wash, it works as a blanket but not so thick, and with each of my clients, I use a regular sheet set and a flannel sheet as my blanket.
I think that's what Darren does too.
So it allows, especially in times of COVID, you just get everything out, wash it. You don't have to worry about how many clients have touched your blanket. Because here's what I was going to tell you is, even if I am moving her arm back and I'm doing like this, and I'm repositioning the blanket, guess what? I already touched her and then touched the blanket. So,
can I ask, is it sanitary to use that top, the blanket, or in this case the flannel, with another person without washing it after it's been is that
Technically, no. You would never do that in like healthcare. So technically,
but
no.
you're setting, but I have learned this over the years. You have to be a chameleon of where you work.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, it's a common practice. It could be debatable. Is it the best practice? I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, so I'm tiptoeing lightly. I'm not sure what you guys do in clinic.
They'll allow you to use it all day, and then it needs to be washed.
Yeah. I would not ever go over that, so if you use it, wash it that day. But we also have to take into consideration, like, at one time I was too rigid about it, I have to be honest with you. And because I had to realize that I went, 6 years in private practice with no one ever getting sick, and
Bet you know
Well, hotels don't wash their comfort.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
I know, that's the greatest, that's why I hate hotels.
So, and that's the thing, hotels don't wash their comforters. When you guys...
They don't, no, they
A
don't.
lot of hotels have gone to duvet covers, but they still don't wash those. But like
Yeah.
weekly.
bringing black
Yeah.
dust and all?
Yeah.
That's why the first thing I do
that
is
one-
throw that thing off.
But,
Bring my own comfort.
it's getting close to time that we need to... I would say either make sure you wash your blanket every day, or if make sure that you do the flannel thing, or light blankets. You can always get other blankets if the person is still cold. A nice table warmer.
BYOB, have them bring their own blanket.
But it's it's one of those things where I've learned it's to me it depends on the setting. I have to be honest with you. When we were in the hospital setting, nursing home, we would make sure that we used you wouldn't put the same blanket on. Most of the patients had their own blanket in the room, so that was, but I will tell you this on someone, here's the happy medium. If they're compromised, make sure you get a new blanket, okay? And that's a good point. If somebody is on cancer treatment drugs, or they have HIV, Hep C, some of those things, you want to make sure that they have a blanket, a new blanket, or even some of my older geriatric patients that I make sure they get a new blanket. So that's what I would recommend to you guys, just in general. In my personal practice now, like I said, I do use a new flannel each time, but that's a lot of laundry, and so you have to find that happy medium that works for you, and that's the best way I can tell you. So. So what I would do is make sure that I bring the arm up, Again, you always want to make sure that you're on this side, that there's something between you. Okay, so I would bring it up, I would bring it under. And then what I would do is, what I want to do, if it's someone larger that you think would roll off the table, you're going to have them roll towards you. If it's someone who can do it, so I would actually hold here. I actually bring this up first. I tent here, I press my body against, and I'm going to have you roll away from me.